take your seat as we ride the Raccoon rocket.
In 1998, in Carbon County, Pennsylvania, apparently some good old boys, from the sounds of it, were hanging out on their porch, drinking beer, and they saw a raccoon go by, and so they all opened fire on it.
So they noticed that the raccoon's taken refuge in a drainage pipe. So one of the smart fellows goes over to the drainage pipe and he pours gasoline down there and he tries to light it.
Unsuccessful at doing this, one of them decided to go down into the pipe to better light the gasoline and get the raccoon out, at which point the gasoline actually did ignite and it shot this guy out the tube at a high rate of speed.
He goes shooting straight out of this pipe and he flies about 200 feet right over the house and falls and manages to get up relatively unharmed.
Well, it sounds like we have all the information we need to proceed. What is the plan? Have you got a plan?
Well, we need a big pipe, I guess a sewer pipe. It's got to be 20 feet long, 3 feet in diameter. We got to have 5 gallons of gasoline. We have to have some means of igniting it safely from a distance.
I have one more question about this.
What's that?
Which one of us is going to get launched from this pipe?
Well, you, of course.
You know, much as I'd like to do it, it sounds to me like it's a job for Buster. Excited, we're going to blow some stuff up, then we go home.
Now, Jamie adds the final element, 5 gallons of gasoline.
Okay, it's kind of a lot. Oh, it's kind of really a lot. It's a lot of gasoline pouring out of there.
And we are clear for launch.
Okay, here we go. There we go. We have ignition. Put it out now. Go. Well, that wasn't nothing at all.
Nope.
That was like a little campfire.
Well, it probably would have set the whole tube on fire after a while. It singed the heck out of our raccoon.
Let's see how our raccoon did.
That's one piping hot toy raccoon, all right. But not much else, and certainly not enough to satisfy the destructive desires of these two strange men.
The myth is, in fact, busted.
But there's always two parts to a MythBusters story. There's replicating the myth, and then there's duplicating the result. And we replicated the myth, we got nothing. Now it's time to see what it takes to launch him out of that tube.
Buster is locked in the sabot and loaded into the pipe.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Oh, baby.
Okay, we need a little more push here.
All right, here we go.
Okay, ready? That's good, right?
Well, that's tight, huh?
That's pretty good.
Cue the bomb.
In 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God!
I almost made the chair.
You almost made the chair.
We've got two very excited MythBusters on our hands.
He survived! Buster survived!
Already.
Ah! Woo!
Came out there with some horsepower.
How you feeling, buddy?
It worked absolutely perfectly. I was off by about 5 or 10 feet.
Buster heroically executed a textbook superhero-style exit from the cannon.
Oh my God!
You know, I got to say, I think we planned this whole thing really well. The sabot worked. He did launch a significant distance out of the barrel.
The myth says 200 feet that the guy lived. I tell you, watching that dummy land, there's no way he would have lived at that distance, let alone that distance again. This myth is just, I mean, complete and utter lunacy to think that it's true. Well, Buster, how you feeling, man? What do you think? Raccoon rocket, true or busted? What do you think, Jamie?
I'd say it's pretty effectively busted. You know, we would have died if we'd been in Buster's place, that's for sure.
Man, he is a little worse for wear.